Tea? Anyone? As I was saying, shipwrecks like the Santa Cristina offer us a fascinating insight into the lives of those on board, not only through the visible artifacts we recover, but also the invisible clues still clinging on to existence hundreds, maybe even thousands of years later. Which is what brings me here today. I believe this wreck off the coast of Haiti has been falsely identified as the British naval ship HMS Harrogate. And a DNA study of the wreck's timbers will confirm the wood species as American oak in origin. So, with your generous support, our marine research team can embark on a full recovery effort incorporating these revolutionary research techniques. Any questions?
I don't know how else to say it, Brianna.
I understand, Roger. I could bring in a new group of investors, maybe bring in some artifacts.
The discovery of the Santa Cristina was over 10 years ago. It's just not exciting anymore.
Is for me.
If we can't secure enough funding by the end of the year, I'm shutting this research project down.
Since when did people stop thinking shipwrecks were cool?
Probably around the same time people stopped thinking slogan t-shirts were cool.
How's the gene sequencing going? Any progress?
I've had to postpone that till Monday. Things we do for family. My sister's got me running a DNA test on a strand of blonde hair she found at the house this week. She thinks her boyfriend might be cheating on her.
And you want me to get one of those?
Not all boyfriends are like Carl.
I read romance novels like you read Harry Potter to escape to a fantasy world. That's all the romance I need.
Professor Farrington.
Dad, everything okay?
Hi, Ava. No, everything's fine, Pumpkin. I've been trying to ring you all day.
I'm sorry. It's been a crisis at work.
Well, I won't hold you up, but I want to fill you in on some juicy archaeology gossip while the opportunity still stands.
Okay.
The Spanish custodian of wrecks is an old diving buddy of mine. He tipped me off about a discovery in Ibiza waters yesterday. A recent storm has uncovered a wreck, the Spanish merchant ship El Mariana. It was on its way from Spain to New York when it sunk off the coast in 1851. Now, it was discovered by a team of amateur scuba divers, and they're looking for an expert to do some DNA recovery on the artifacts.
Me? But Dad, it's so far away.
Hey, you better not be holding back on my account. I'll be fine.
This could be just the thing we need to bring exposure to our work.
And I have it on good authority that Finn Robinson will be on the dive too.
The Insta-famous archeologist?
Can you sign me up? He is like if Chris Hemsworth and Jacques Cousteau had a love child. Oh, very hot one.
Like that should be a determining factor.
Bree, come on. Go out there and do what you love.
Hey, Dad. I know Mom would already be packing my case. It's just been so long since I've been underwater. Can you even sign me up?
Already done. Have fun. Love you.
just you and me, Prince Aragon.
Your receipt, señorita. And 1 cup of ice.
Oh, thank you. The Countess wasn't expecting the prince that day. His presence in court wasn't due for another fortnight. But yet there he was, right in front of her in the grand banquet hall, the great love of her life. She was engaged to another now, a wealthy duke from a far-off kingdom. But her heart would not allow her a moment's reprieve from thoughts of the prince. Excuse me. Excuse me.
1 more minute, señorita.
I'm sorry. I just... Can you just turn around for 1 moment, please?
How can I help you?
You know, you're hanging it upside down.
How do you know this?
It's a poster of the Phoenician alphabet, so it's the wrong way.
You know, the Phoenicians died out over 2,000 years ago. I don't think that anybody's going to walk through that door and complain about their alphabet anytime soon, except you.
But it's a work of art.
A work of art? Oh, the American would like to complain about ruining a work of art. You know, I could say the same to you.
Excuse me?
Ice in your wine. My ancestors are turning in their grave as we speak.
But I like it like that.
And I like my painting like this.
Fine.
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 Fine. Señorita. Your book.
Thank you.
Happy reading. Countess.
Have a nice day. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Good morning, Cinderella. I believe this is yours. Brianna Farrington, I'm assuming.
Yes, and you must be...
Ben Robinson.
Thanks.
I loved your work on the Denmark discovery.
Thank you. I'm likewise a big admirer of yours.
Well, shall we head out to the wreck? The rest of the team's waiting for us on the boat.
For sure. Before I do anything else reckless.
Very good. It's pretty cool, hey?
Pretty cool? That was incredible. Oh, was it even real?
Oh. Hey, we can go again if you like.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so much fun. I'm serious. I spent way too long in the lab. I was literally the first person in 170 years to touch those bottles. It was like going back in time. How are you being so calm?
Not my first barbecue, I guess. Hey, do you want to grab a drink at the hotel later? We can celebrate your new powers for time travel.
Sure. Yeah, but I need to put some time in the lab first.
Absolutely. The local research center set you up a lab, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
For me? Excuse me for a
course.
minute.
See you later.
Hey, you.
How's it going out there?
Ava, you would not believe how incredible the dive was today. Authentic 19th century Pierre
Montesquieu dinner plates in my hands.
Someone who gets as excited as me about broken dinnerware. I'm super jealous I'm stuck here while you're out frolicking with one of the, and I quote, most interesting men of the century.
Stop. I'm here for work, okay? But yes, I admit his genetics are aesthetically pleasing. He may have lucked out in the gene pool.
Well, then why don't you take a dip?
Back to why I'm actually here. I've helped the team catalog the items recovered so far. I pulled samples of a few of the M4s, but there's something I want you to take a look at. Check this out. Wine bottles with the contents perfectly preserved, airtight seal.
Corks just don't make them like they used to.
I bet it's still drinkable. It's just so unusual for the time period. Pink glass?
Who's the hot mama?
Oh. Ava, meet the goddess Tennis.
Well, it's the first thing I noticed that she's got better hair than me.
You know, it's weird. She's Ibiza's patroness, but the ship was coming from mainland Spain. I wonder if the ship's route actually started in Ibiza.
Great work. News of your discoveries are bound to get us more funding. Listen, Roger's due in soon, and he's on the warpath. Someone borrowed the 18th century Venetian mask from his desk for a fancy dress party last weekend.
I can't imagine who.
Better go, so I can dodge the Raj. Bye, girl.
Bye. Actually, can I have a glass of ice with that?
Of course.
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just love to taste it? The wine from the Mariana.
I bet it tastes pretty grim. Pure vinegar at this point. Property of the local government now anyway, as well as the rest of the recovered items.
So, there's this theory that I want to float past you. I think the wine may not be from Spain. I think the wine's from Ibiza.
Ibiza? No, the Mariana is Spanish. The records show a direct voyage from Valencia to New York. So.
What if it stopped here first? It's just the
Hey,
bottle.
Finn. Good to see you again. Are you free for a quick interview?
Why not?
I'm here in Ibiza, and the big storm on the southern coast revealed the Mariana, the ship they didn't think they were ever going to find again. This is like a page from an adventure novel. Finn, how was that dive?
Well, Nick, we've made an incredibly exciting discovery. Just a few hours ago, our team uncovered immaculately preserved bottles of wine, nestled, untouched for over a century in the hull of the wreck. Appears to be some kind of rosé. Now, my wonderful colleague here, Miss Brianna Farrington, will be able to tell us more about it after a quick analysis of the wine.
Wine connoisseurs from all over the world are going to be coming onto this island to get their hands on one of the bottles.
Champagne?
And experts have been saying that...
Paige, can you ask the pilot how quickly he could get to Ibiza?
Yes, of course.
And everything that lies beneath.
Anything?
Nothing.
Bree! Hey.
Finn? The wine. I think it's missing. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The local government gave the Ibethan Wine Association custody of the bottles, but all the other recovered items will go in a museum exhibit.
But I need those bottles. I always get to do analysis before turning over artifacts.
I know. It's so disappointing. But maybe you could try talking to Mateo Vega. He's the local winemaker, head of the association.
Vega.
You okay?
You? What are you doing here?
It's my vineyard.
You're Mateo Vega?
You were expecting someone else. Prince Aragon, perhaps. Are you here for the tour?
Tour? No, I'm here because I need some help. I'm here about some wine.
Well, you've come to the right place.
We weren't properly introduced. My name is Bree. Bree Farrington, and I'm...
Stepping in horsemen.
What? Oh my gosh! Ugh! Got a T-Rex in this vineyard or something?
Come on, let's get you cleaned up. And you can tell me why you need my help and how come you know your ABCs in ancient Phoenician. Por favor.
Thanks. How embarrassing.
No worries. So, you're here about some wine.
Yes, the wine from the Mariana.
I should have known. Let me guess, you're a big-time wine collector willing to pay any price. Am I right?
No, not at all. Wait,
No, I know the type. Put it on a shelf, show it off to your friends at parties.
no, my team actually found the wine. I'm a marine archaeologist.
From the Finn Robinson group?
Yeah, that's why I'm here, to analyze the contents.
Why?
To learn more about the wine. The acidity level, heavy metal presence, alcoholic
Okay,
content.
I can tell you more about this wine by tasting it.
Have you?
No. No one has. But the Wine Association is having a grand unveiling next week at the Island Convention. A panel of experts are doing a formal tasting. And I have no intention of opening one bottle until then. Besides, I don't like the idea of wine being pulled apart like that.
It's not like I'm asking to do an autopsy.
Well, kind of. You know, wine is a living, breathing thing that tells stories. And I'm far more interested in stories than your heavy metal content. So, I'm sorry if I wasted your time and your shoes.
What if I could prove the wine came from Ibiza? Wouldn't that make your unveiling all the more special?
You think the wine is from here?
It's just a theory right now, but I'm happy to share with you all that I know so far.
Mama! Ya voy! Listen, I'm sorry, I don't have time to talk right now. My tour group is here, but why don't you come over for dinner tonight, if you're free? My whole family will be there, and perhaps they can help answer your questions.
You're sure I wouldn't be intruding?
No. The more the merrier. Think about it.
Would love to discuss your research. Please join me at the hotel restaurant at 5:30. Eliza Van Dusen.
Oh, Bree Farrington.
Hi.
Eliza Van Dusen.
Nice to meet you.
Please sit. Wine?
Oh, sure. Thanks.
So I wanted to meet you and congratulate you on your discovery. Please have a taste.
Thank you so much.
The wine you're drinking, do you know what it is?
A nice wine.
Yes, a bottle of very nice wine. One bottle of Chateau Pompadour will set you back $2,000.
Oh, it's a bit out of my league.
Yes, you and everyone else on this planet. But what if I told you I can make the same thing for only $45?
I would say Chateau Pompadour has some serious competition.
Now what if I told you I could do it without using one single grape? Synthetic wine. It's my latest investment. We could mimic anything, any wine you want.
I have never heard of that before.
Oh, it's the next biggest thing. All these environmentalists and consumers, everyone is loving all this eco-friendly stuff right now. And without grapes, there's less pressure on the land, water resources, no pesticides. It's genius. Now, I know not everyone can get their brain around making wine in a lab, but you're a scientist. Maybe you could. But what I need is something a little bit more exclusive. Do you see where I'm going with this?
The wine from the Mariana.
Yes, exactly. Shipwreck wine. It practically markets itself, lost under the waves for over 170 years. Will not only recreate the wine, but a moment in time. That is where you could help us.
I'm sorry, I don't see how.
I want a bottle.
You and me both.
You don't have one?
No, the Ibiza Wine Association has them. You need to talk to them.
Uh-huh. Everyone has a price, don't they? I am so sorry to have wasted your time, but please stay. Enjoy the wine, and don't worry, I charged it to my room.
But what if the Mariana wine tastes bad?
Well, the risk is all part of the thrill, darling.
We made it. Hola, everybody. This is Bree. Bree. This is my family, my mother, Alba.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My sister, you've met her before, Gabriela. She handles the restaurant side of the family business. And of course, the heart of the family, mi abuela, Josefa.
Lovely to meet you all.
Come sit by me. I want to get to know Mateo's new girlfriend.
It's not my girlfriend, abuela. This is the lady I told you about, the one who found the wine.
Very exciting. Bree, Mateo told me you think it might have come from Ibiza? What makes you think that?
Well, firstly, the bottles. They've got the goddess Tanit on them, Ibiza's patroness. But also the position of the wreck. It just doesn't make any sense given its course from Spain.
I have to confess, I'm captivated by the possibility.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it came from your vineyard?
That would be amazing, but unfortunately it's not possible because the Vega family vineyard has never produced any pink wine. And the bottles aren't a match to any of ours.
Well, maybe it's from one of the other local wine producers.
That would be fantastic because that would really help put Ibizan wine on the map.
I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Let's eat.
Yes, please. Our cellar is kind of like our family scrapbook, collecting memories, places we've been, experiences we've had.
Now, she's beautiful. Who is she?
We presume that she's an old Vega family member. There was a fire at the villa in the 1800s, and almost everything was destroyed except this wine cellar and that painting. So tell me, why does studying this old wine matter so much to you?
Well, I'm trying to get funding for a project back home, and honestly, this would be great exposure for my work. You'd think I was trying to, I don't know, pitch fire to a room full of snowmen. My friend Ava says I'm shoving too much science in people's faces, but why should I dumb it down?
Maybe it's not so much about dumbing it down. Maybe it's about using a more universal language.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know much about your work, but everybody understands the language of stories. One second. Try this and describe it for me.
No. I am not good at that.
No. There's no wrong answer. Go ahead. You're rushing to the finish line.
Sorry.
Taste is not the only way to discover a wine. What does it smell like? Slowly.
Flowers. And some kind of berry?
Good. Now you taste it to tell what kind of berry.
Strawberry.
Good. What else?
And cherries. Like a cherry pie sitting on a window ledge next to a field of summer flowers.
Excelente. That's what I'm talking about.
Your turn to try. What about This one.
Ibiza hierbas that we serve as the digestif.
Mateo, look at this. It's the goddess again.
I guess I haven't looked at these bottles in a long time. The company that manufactured these bottles isn't even in business anymore. It used to be made by a retired glassblower in Formentera. It's an island an hour away from here.
Can we go see him?
Are you any good with an anchor? You find anything good to read down there? Among the stack of guides to local fishing spots?
As a matter of fact, yes! My favorite genre.
Ooh, I didn't know my cousin was such a romantic. Listen, we better not tease him or he won't let me borrow his yacht again. What are you doing?
Seeing if I want to read it or not.
But you're reading the last page.
No, I always do. I need to know whether I want to invest my emotional energy into it.
That's the most tragic thing I've seen you do since you put ice in your wine.
Oh, ruining another work of art.
I wouldn't really call Captain Suffolk's Untamed Heart a work of art.
I guess that's why they say art is subjective.
I guess so.
It looks good.
That's it. Yes, definitely our bottles. Our family created the original bottle stamp for embossing on the glass.
How can you be so sure?
I remember my father telling me about the stamp when I was a boy. It's a story that has been passed down the generations. My father said the bottle and the stamp had been made for a couple who were getting married, sometime in the mid-1800s. The man was a wine producer who wanted pink bottles for his wine. Pink was the bride's favorite color. Like an Ibiza sunset, she said. And so he made the rosé especially for her, as a declaration of his love.
Did your father say anything else?
Yes. The winemaker wanted the goddess Tanit embossed on them, as she had given them a gift. A child.
The bride was pregnant?
Yes. Her family didn't support the union or welcome news of the child. It was suspected she was from a wealthy Spanish family. They had planned to elope to the Americas and get married there. The winemaker had the bottles shipped ahead of them, but alas, the storm took the ship and the couple never got married.
What happened to them?
No one knows. But the rumor was that she left him, and he vowed never to make the pink wine ever again. It was just for her.
Do you, by any chance, know their names?
No. Sorry, I don't.
Thank you so much for your time, Senor Serrano.
Muchas gracias.
De nada. Well, I hope I have been of some use to you. And here, have this, if you like. If it helps you. We have a few spare.
Thank you so much.
We've made some good progress.
Amazing progress. And I can't wait to get to the lab to see if there's any pink glass residue on the stamp.
We've got the story. Kind of.
I just wish we knew who the couple were.
Could all be fiction, of course.
Maybe. But I believe him.
Stay here. I got it.
Mateo! Are you okay? I can't believe you did that.
Tell me, aren't marine archaeologists supposed to retrieve precious objects out of the sea?
Sorry.
You still have to find your water feet.
Sea legs. Sea legs.
Sea legs, water feet, same difference.
Mateo, ¿me recibes, Mateo?
Excuse me. Mateo speaking.
Hemos tenido que soltar una. Ofrecieron más de lo que podríamos haber imaginado.
Are you serious? ¿Pero qué dices?
Lo siento, Mateo.
I cannot believe this.
What's the matter?
It's the wreck trustees. We have to give up one of the bottles.
Why?
Some rich overseas investor offered enough money to help fund the Ibiza and Wine Association program in exchange of just one of the bottles. They offered too much money. The program couldn't say no.
Maybe that wealthy investor would be interested in funding some shipwreck research?
Listen, Bree, I know you'll probably be running back to your research, but if you have some free time tomorrow, I'd like to show you somewhere. It's my favorite spot on the island. It's kind of work-related. I think you'll like it.
I'd love to. Thanks.
Great. Now a little more, Captain Suffolk.
Oh, Bree Farrington. We meet again.
I hope you've had more luck than me securing that wine.
As a matter of fact, I have.
You're the investor.
My gamble paid off. The wine is heavenly. Buena suerte.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I know it's a bit random, but I was hoping to talk to you about my research sponsorship opportunity. Would make such a difference.
I don't do unsolicited requests for funding. You really need to go through my agency.
Oh, thank you. It's just that my team and we've been working on some really cutting-edge stuff, and if you could just listen for...
Okay, your research, one sentence, go.
Okay, analyzing the organic residue from recovered shipwreck items in order to learn more about its people, culture, and practices of the era. Specifically, examining the DNA samples of wood timbers from a post-revolutionary naval ship. Sorry, that was 2 sentences.
Okay, join me tonight, hotel restaurant, 8 o'clock. We may have something to talk about.
Really?
Hey! You all set?
I'm wearing a dress.
Up on. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. You may want to hold on because the roads can get a bit bumpy. Like this. Vamos?
Bree at the lab, please.
Of course.
Thank you.
Wow. This is incredible.
Esvedra is meant to be the most magnetic place on Earth, and the tip of the lost city of Atlantis, as well as the birthplace of Tanit. People come here from all over to wish for true love.
Seems like that goddess has had a lot of good stories told about her.
So what's your story, Bree?
My story? What do you mean?
I mean, how did you become an archaeologist?
My dad. He's an archaeologist too.
So he inspired you?
Inspired is an understatement. I idolized him as a kid. He was always off on some dig or dive, always an adventure. He'd come back with this cool stuff to show me, things he'd found, places he discovered. He was my own personal Indiana Jones. I think the last time he was in the field, I was about 15.
How come?
My mom got sick, so he needed to be around to take care of us. So he became an office-bound professor, doomed to a life of suburban shackles.
That must have been really hard.
He sacrificed his dreams for her, for us. Toward the end, when Mom passed, I stopped all the field work too, just to be there for him. And I never really got back into it until now, which was actually because of my dad, because he set this all up for me.
Yes, you can thank him, because now you are the next generation of Farringdon explorers. You are the Indiana Jones, but 2.0.
So.
You are.
Oh, I knew there was something I wanted to tell you. I had an idea for the first Mariana wine tasting. What if, instead of a panel of experts trying it, what if you raffled off the tasting? That way the money from the raffle could be used towards the winemaker's assistance program.
That's an amazing idea.
The dive team has made another find. I don't really want to rush off, but
Maybe I could come with you, if that's okay. Avoid working on the convention for a few more hours.
sí.
Sí. Perfecto.
I have to be so careful with this.
I feel like we're about to open King Tut's tomb.
Oh, I think I got it.
Gently.
Oh, would you look at this? Okay. Very careful. Oh, siempre y para siempre.
Always and forever.
Let's take a look at this.
It's a lion. And the initials CML.
It's a crest of some kind. These types of rings were used as wax seal stamps for important documents.
How so?
Okay, don't tell anyone I did this. Okay. So, you would put it on like this, and then gently press into the hot wax, and then onto the edges of the document to seal it. You know, I bet if I took a sample, there'd still be some wax particles left behind on the imprint.
That's incredible.
Am I interrupting something?
No, we were just examining some of the new artifacts you found on your dive today.
Cool. Hi, mate. I'm Finn Robinson, Bree's partner.
Nice to meet you.
The ring is an amazing find.
Wow. King of Beasts.
Okay, so in my book, the Countess has a special signet ring she would use to seal the love letters to her prince, so she'd know none of the maids had read them. So, what if this means the ring belonged to someone of high status?
No offense, Bree, but I don't think your Harlequin fable will help with archaeological research.
Maybe it will.
The House of Leon.
That's a noble Spanish family. On pretty high status, I would say.
Oh, look at the time. I've got to go.
What now?
I have a meeting with a potential new investor for my research program, the one I was telling you about, Finn.
Okay, I can come. Stress the importance for the archaeology community.
Guess it's worth a shot. Thanks. Speak later.
Of course. Oh, Bree.
Yeah?
The ring.
Oh, of course. Oh my gosh.
Don't panic.
Oh my gosh.
Don't panic.
Oh my gosh.
Let me help you.
Oh my gosh.
Let me.
Tell me that didn't just happen. No. And with more funding for our research, we could uncover more shipwreck secrets, hundreds, maybe even thousands of years later.
And pioneering research like this is eye-opening in terms of learning who was trading what with who or discovering now extinct animals.
Shipwrecks tell us stories if we know how to listen.
Well, I have to say, your research does interest me. And now that you have Finn Robinson on board, well, that speaks volumes, especially in terms of the publicity attached. But unfortunately, I just can't support every interesting research request. Unless, of course, you could help me with a little mission of my own. Oh, this is delicious.
What did you have in mind?
Well, you said it yourself. Shipwrecks tell stories, and guess what? So does wine. I want that story, Miss Farrington, of the Mariana wine to sell my synthetic version.
Bree's actually very close to unraveling it all, aren't you, Bree?
Yes, I'm uncovering more each day.
Find me the story, and the funding's yours. Oh, can we keep this private? I want to maximize publicity at the conference.
Of course, I'll help with that. I'll set up a dive for that day.
Have you been to Ibiza before?
Oh, yes. Many years ago. That is when I met my first love.
Sounds like a good story. What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, his name was Carlos, and he was the cliched beach umbrella boy at the hotel we were staying at, my family and I. But he took me all over the island, and he introduced me to all the Spanish food and wine. That was the trip that inspired me to get into wine for a living and invest in my restaurants, all of it. Yeah, in the beginning there were a few setbacks, but I remember one thing he used to always say to me: a mal tiempo, buena cara.
What does that mean?
Literally? Well, it means to bad weather a good face. You know, every cloud, silver lining. Oh, it's crazy what love can inspire you to do. And that's why it only happens once.
Eliza, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you married once?
Honey, I was married twice. But love and marriage, well, they aren't necessarily mutually exclusive, are they?
Ooh.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Salud.
Mm.
Ava, the bottle shattered. It was awful. All because of that stupid ring.
Perhaps whoever owned that stupid ring was trying to tell you something. Perhaps it was a sign.
It's a sign, all right. A sign that I need to focus more on work.
Was that Spanish winemaker distracting you?
He is very helpful. Doesn't hurt he's also handsome too. I feel bad for keeping the Eliza thing from him, but it's gonna be a win for him too if everything works out and I can prove this wine is from Ibiza.
I've heard she's a billionaire.
And her funding could save our program.
Oh, one sec, Ava. Hello? Okay, thanks. Ava, I gotta go. There's a gentleman waiting for me downstairs.
I'm already gone.
Ben!
I figured you'd want to celebrate our meeting yesterday, so I thought, why don't I take you somewhere I know you'll love? But it's a surprise. This way.
Wow, there's nothing like this back home.
Well, I must say, it's not exactly the Library of Alexandria, but
Are you kidding? This is the perfect result of karst, fluvial, bioerosion, of non-cohesive material. Imagine being the Phoenicians and seeing this for the first time.
well, it certainly is a fascinating texture. It's not often you come face to face with a giant Cretaceous coastline like this one behind me here.
Miles of beautiful sand and limestone.
And I can imagine it must have looked rather the same when the Phoenicians first found it in 654 BC.
We're standing on geological history.
Formed 40 million years ago.
Actually, wasn't it 60 million years ago?
When the Eurasian and African tectonic plates collided?
I'm sorry, Bree, did you say something? I was just doing a piece for my vlog.
Oh, sorry. I hope I wasn't in the background.
You shouldn't be in the background at all. You should join me.
Me?
Knowledge and passion for geology and archaeology is inspiring, and I think we bounce off each other quite well.
I don't know.
Well, I'm doing a live stream from here in 30 minutes. Why don't you make a guest appearance? We can be like the new Lewis and Clark.
Oh, I've never seen myself as a feisty Lois Lane type.
Lois Lane?
What? Oh, you said Lewis. Lewis and Clark, like the two great American explorers. That makes a lot more sense.
Actually, I think I prefer yours. Superman and Lois made a great couple. Plus, investors do like a strong social media presence. Come on, let's get you mic'd up.
Mateo!
Hey, mate. Nice to see you. Always pictured you as more of a non-fiction kind of reader.
Is that the book from the yacht?
Yes, it is. Listen, I read the last page and I can confirm that the ending is a good one. So now you can happily read it without any spoilers.
Thanks, Mateo.
And I also came to tell you that I've tracked down an expert in Spanish genealogy and I've arranged a call with her.
Sorry, Finn. Do you mind?
No, not at all. Partner?
Shall we?
Sure. Yes.
did you actually read?
Thank you so much for agreeing to this talk, Professor.
Sí, claro. It's no problem at all. I'm really excited about the connection the family has to El Mariana.
So, you think the ring has a connection with the family?
Of that, there is no question. Her name was Countess Catalina Maria León from Valencia.
CML, like the initials on the ring.
A countess. What a great story.
Quite a sad one, though, I'm afraid.
Sad. How so?
Well, she only lived 22 years. Died in childbirth, along with the infant.
So young. Her family must have been devastated.
And a little relieved, I'm sure.
Relieved?
Well, I noticed that there was no husband listed in the genealogy. And at that time, that would have been quite the scandal. So I did some investigating. And it didn't take long. A diary. It belonged to the Countess, stored in a Spanish museum, given by an anonymous donor. She kept one every year since she was a girl, an exquisite writer. This was particularly interesting. I'll translate this entry, dated June 21st, 1851. Today, my love took me to our spot on the hill, our favorite place where Esvedra rises from the sea like a great siren. It was there that I told him about the child growing within me, his child. I never saw a man express such joy. We made a pledge to marry, surrounded only by a union of grapevines as our witnesses.
I wonder who he was.
Well, she never refers to him by name, only mi amor. What is clear is that he was a vineyard owner in Ibiza, and very clear that the family did not approve of the match. There's so much in here to digest. I can send you the scans if you like.
Yes, that would be great. Thanks.
Sí, por favor, muchas gracias.
My pleasure. And call me if you need anything. Adios.
Adios.
I'm speechless. The story just keeps unraveling. What do we do now?
How about some food?
Smelling good.
The secret to good paella is taking your time.
Okay, like this.
Perfect.
So, how much do I put in of each?
It's more of a feeling. Just throw in whatever your gut is telling you.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa.
No?
Your gut must be telling you to watch out for vampires.
Don't mind me, just bringing you some dinner.
But, Abuela, we were just making our own paella.
Too much garlic, mine is better.
Never argue with the boss. Listen, I will go print out the papers that Professor Navarro sent us.
Okay, and I will help Josefa dish up. Okay. Oh, that does look good.
It does.
Yeah,
it is
does.
very good.
Okay, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Okay.
That'll be
This smells great.
What does this one say? It looks different. Shaky letters?
4th of July, 1851. My father discovered us today. We are leaving for Valencia in the morning, 3 weeks ahead of schedule. I haven't seen my love since the meeting with my father, and I fear greatly for his safety. I told him that no matter what happens, it will be him and I. Always and forever.
Look. Siempre y para siempre.
Don't mind me. I thought I'd bring you one of my favorites. It's perfect for dinner.
Gracias, abuela.
Are you sure you won't stay?
Oh, no. I'll leave you two alone.
Thanks.
De nada.
Can you take me back to the wine cellar?
You don't like the wine. You haven't even given it the chance yet.
I have my eye on something else in there. Look! The necklace.
It matches the one from the shipwreck.
Can't believe I never noticed that.
And the inscription? The same words as the diary entry. There is literally only one explanation. This is the Countess. And the winemaker is your great, go back a million times great grandfather.
No. Impossible. It always comes down to the wine. We never made a rosé.
Maybe you did.
Is there any way to compare the wines? I mean, to know for sure?
I could do a molecular analysis of the wines from your vineyard and compare it to the wines of the Mariana, but it's not going to get anything as conclusive as a DNA match. If I had the grapes, I could, but the DNA breaks down during the wine fermentation process, so I couldn't match the wines from the same grape family. But speaking of family, what if the Countess actually had the child? What if the Countess passed during childbirth, but the child survived and the winemaker raised that baby? Let's go down to the lab.
Abuela, we're off.
Ay, don't mind me. Hey, I'll do the dishes. Thank you. Enjoy your date, huh? It's not a date. Aye.
So, the amplification process can take a few hours, but I'll come back in the morning, run the capillary electrophoresis, and send everything to Ava.
So let me get this straight. What you're saying is that with this experiment, you'll be able to tell if I'm related to this Countess?
Exactly.
So, what now?
There's nothing more we can do tonight. But maybe we come back in the morning?
Yes? 8 o'clock before the convention?
Works for me. Great. Oh, I'll be 1 minute. Excuse me.
Bree, come join.
Oh.
You're just in time for this giant boat of charcuterie.
Oh, it does look good. I've already eaten though. It's just after a coffee.
Dos café, por favor, por supuesto.
Oh.
So how's it all going with the wine? The tragic love story will definitely sell if you can just work out who they were.
Well, I think I can prove it originated from Ibiza.
Really? Of course you were right. Did the genealogist know who the local winemakers were? Mariana, are you holding out on me?
I'm just not sure I should share with Eliza before I get the family's approval first.
Ah, so what? It's history. They don't have the rights to it. It's just an old story.
But is it ours to tell?
Well, listen, you've worked really hard to figure all this out. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
The Countess felt unstoppable, and yet something still troubled her. These feelings she had for the prince, invisible as they are, were manifested beyond all doubt in her letters to him, speaking truths that could prove the key to her undoing. She must find them before it was too late. So, the computer has generated a DNA profile, so we run the program again and compare the two profiles. One is from a known relative of the Leon family, and the other is your sample. Okay, and...
Is that?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Does that mean that at the time...
You're a direct descendant of Countess Catalina Maria Leone. It means that the child survived and was raised by your ancestor, the winemaker. It means the wine on board the Mariana
is from your family vineyard.
Incredible.
Oh, I know. What are the chances?
No, you, Bree, you're incredible. All of this is thanks to you. I was adamant from the beginning that it wasn't my vineyard. Wait, there's still one thing I don't understand. There are no records, no wine records, no evidence.
You said everything was ruined in the fire, right?
Yes, apart from the wine records, they were in the cellar.
When exactly was the fire?
1852. Maybe 1853.
Okay, this is a long shot, but bear with me.
Okay.
Oh, it's from my book. It's crazy.
No. Crazy is good. We like crazy.
So, in my books, the prince had a secret hiding spot where he'd stash away everything he didn't want anybody to find, particularly his family. So, given that the fire burned everywhere else down, there's really only one place to look.
The cellar. Okay. Your novels, they don't have a classic solve the mystery place of where to look?
Have you got a corkscrew?
Corkscrew.
A love letter?
No. It's some kind of agreement between the Leon family and my ancestor, Juan Vega.
The winemaker.
Yes. They're discussing a child. Juan agrees to sign away all legal claims the child may have to title. In return, he's granted full care of the child, provided that no attempt be ever made to claim legitimacy, and that the identity of the child is never revealed.
This is the proof.
I can't believe it. Bree, please don't tell anything to anyone just yet, okay? I want to share this with my family first.
Of course.
I don't even think I can say anything at the convention. The convention starts in less than 2 hours.
Let me help you.
Bree, thank you. Thank you for everything. This time with you has been the happiest in a very long time for me.
Same.
What?
Do you have mice in this cellar?
I don't think so, unless it's the Bree. The Bree.
That is too cheesy. Come on.
You did it, Bree. You found her. We have some amazing news.
I now have the great honor, alongside Mateo Vega, the head of the Wine Association, of calling names for the raffle draw for the Mariana wine tasting. So, without further ado, Isabela Gomez.
Isabela Gomez.
Next one, Javier Álvarez. Sofia Perez.
Sofia Perez.
And finally, Brianna Farrington.
As you can see, the color is quite light, suggestive of minimal contact with the red grape skins. The smell is surprisingly fresh, fruity, and vibrant. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Salud, everyone. Salud. Salud.
What does it taste like, Mateo? Describe it for us.
I'm not sure I can. Apart from transcendent. Transcendent.
That was such a relief. I mean, imagine if it tasted bad. Oh, but it was so good. It was almost as exciting as finding it.
To be honest, I'm just happy that we got to experience it. You know, that we got to share this moment together.
It was the perfect end to our journey together.
It doesn't have to be the end.
Oh, Brianna, darling. I just had to come and congratulate you.
Congratulate me?
For solving the mystery of the shipwreck wine. It's all so tragically romantic. It's the perfect story for me to sell my synthetic version. The funding for your naval ship research, it's yours. Just as we agreed. Mateo, well, you must be thrilled. Isn't it amazing? We're gonna be recreating wine from your family vineyard. And I guarantee in the next few months, your family wine, well, the synthetic version, will be on the shelves of every single major supermarket in the world and on the lips of every single wine collector. Oh, look at your faces. You're speechless. I love it. Listen, I've organized a meeting with a few key journalists tomorrow at 11. I'm going to be making the big announcement then. I would so love it if you two could join. Hmm?
How could you? How could you use my family story to help sell this Frankenstein wine?
Mateo, listen, I had no idea
Right now,
how...
my family name is being used for a fake wine. You realize that? Years of hard work and labor, essentially stolen. I guess you were never really about stories. You're always just about the funding.
No.
Goodbye, Bree.
Mateo,
Excuse me. Can I talk to you privately, please?
Okay. So you see, you can't share this story. To use it in this way.
I don't know what you want me to do, Brianna. This story, this wine, it's a guaranteed success.
What if there's another opportunity here? To share something incredible, something authentic with the world about what this island has to offer.
I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Wait. Please, madame. Allow me to help you, madame, please.
Thank you. It's just what I need.
Look, a bad day never lasts. Al mal tiempo, buena cara.
Bad weather, good face. Carlos.
Eliza. I remember when we laughed and laughed. We had some beautiful times, you must admit.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe you recognized me.
Why? You're still the same girl I met on the beach.
Underneath it all, maybe. A bit jaded and battle-scarred after all these years.
Come on, Eliza. You look beautiful.
Really?
Yes, really.
But why didn't you say something before?
I didn't think you would remember.
What? No, it's the complete opposite.
I can't believe you are not married. This is crazy.
I was. But it was to the wrong person. Or people. I was married to the wrong people.
See. Same story, huh? I guess sometimes it's hard to settle once you've had the real thing, huh? Nothing ever compares to us.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Pumpkin.
You okay?
Yeah. I just wanted to hear your voice.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course. Anything.
How do you not seem resentful?
Resentful? About what?
About everything. About what you sacrificed for Mom, me. Your career, your adventures just stopped.
Honey, I never saw it like that. When it comes to true love, no sacrifice is too great. Besides, love was always my greatest adventure. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes, it does. Thanks, Dad.
Are you sure you're okay, Pumpkin?
Yes. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eliza Van Dusen. And I have a great, great passion for incredible food and wine. I first discovered that passion right here in Ibiza many years ago. And I've been reminded of that on my very long overdue return trip. Over the years, I've been hugely invested in the food and beverage industry, and I know a good investment when I see one. Therefore, I've decided to partner with a local wine expert and family restaurant owner, Mr. Mateo Vega, to introduce an international chain of Ibithincan restaurants called Casa Vega.
I wasn't expecting that. Excuse me.
Neither was I exactly.
Why the change of heart?
Let's just say I reconnected with an old friend.
Umbrella guy? No.
I know, but it wasn't just him. It was actually something you said. I realized you can't recreate the past, and this synthetic wine would only be masquerading as the real thing. And that would be an insult to its legacy, you know? To the beautiful love story. Oh, synthetic wine, honey, it has a future. But it's not here.
Sometimes some things can have all the right ingredients, but it's just not right. The magic is missing. Excuse me a minute.
Bree, I want to apologize.
Finn, you went behind my back.
I am sorry about calling Eliza. I didn't want you to miss out on the funding. And Eliza knows the discovery was all you.
I don't care about that. But some stories aren't ours to share.
Honestly, I've become a bit of a talking head. By making it all about me and not the work, I've been missing the wonder in the wild without even realizing it. Well, I truly am sorry for messing everything up for you. I guess let me know if there's anything I can do to help your future projects.
Well, maybe you could share any findings with your followers. Your videos are great. Breathe new life into ancient discoveries.
Absolutely.
As her carriage rumbled across the wild countryside, she gazed out at this foreign land and quietly relinquished her heart to its shores, unknowingly taking a piece of his with her.
Espetra, why are we at the viewpoint?
He says, in case you never made a wish to the goddess for true love.
Mateo, how did you find
I
it?
called every single taxi on the island before I found you.
Mateo, listen.
Eliza told me everything. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Bree, I can't promise you how our story will end. And I know you like to know these kind of things up front. But I have a strong feeling that you are my happily ever after. My siempre y para siempre. Wait, you're not with me just for my lineage, right?
Well, I have always fancied myself as a countess.
Well, Countess it is then.